minutes at Sandy. You better hurry up.
Who needs picking up? I'll go get them.
Sonia.
Where's
Where are
Sonia
you,
at?
Sonia?
She's
Tegan
in
will pick you
she
up.
should be in Grapeseed.
Oh, she's all the way at Central. That's devastating.
Oh.
You
Oh,
better
bet.
hurry,
I'll go
Tegan.
get her. Can someone get a
I
box
didn't
ambulance
know
out
who
real
to
quick?
call.
And put it
Sorry?
next to the wall.
So I drove my happy ass here.
Yeah, just,
Oh, she has no
have them get
shoes.
a
You
box
really better
ambulance out.
hurry.
I need assistance getting on the roof for no reason, Aya.
Do you have your heli up there?
No.
You can get it from at the back, by the way.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Get it from the back?
Yeah, you can get up to the roof from the back.
Oh, you can get up to the roof. Okay, where is it?
Messings. It's our monthly meeting.
Up on this thing. Up here.
Oh, is it like, do I have to...
It's not gonna do it now, is it?
This seems like a bit of a reach.
I have done it, it's just... Oh, there you go.
I know she's like read my notes, but yeah. I just need to find me out.
Sorry, I can't hear you right now with the...
Heli flying over our top.
Hello, this is dispatch.
Hello. this
Hi,
is Dispatch.
Eddie.
I love that. Hi, Eddie.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Sleepy as fuck, and I'm too lazy to go get coffee.
I get you.
I'm so
Alright.
going back to bed after this meeting.
Oh, I'm going to bed after this meeting.
I'm going to bed during this meeting. I'm just kidding.
But
You know
Blake,
what?
MHS meeting.
Send it.
Fuck, I forgot about that.
Sorry, who?
MHS meeting in 5 hours, so he's not gonna be like...
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going to...
Blake's in the same time zone as me. He can come.
No,
It's only
no, you
like
cannot.
1 a.m.
5 hours? Okay, I'll go to sleep and wake
I
back
love
up
you all
in 5
dearly,
hours.
but
I'm good with that.
over my literal dead body.
Hi, kitty.
Blake's an old man that can't stay awake.
Blake has a lot going on in his life
Kitty,
that
are
he
you
needs
saying
to
something?
very time poor.
Wait,
Aya
Don't
is the
worry.
one who ruins her sleep.
don't like broken people stay up really late at night though?
What? You wanna fight me? You wanna fight me?
Aya is the one who's broken. In multiple different ways
Oh.
in terms of sleep.
Are you? Hold on, there's
I'm
something we can do
Sleep.
about that.
Does that count?
Sleep. Sleep.
I'm broken.
There we go.
I want
Fix you up.
Why
sorts
are you
of
hitting
sleep
the...
because I don't
Okay,
go to
I'm
sleep
very glad
until
that didn't
3 or
even touch
5
my
in the
head.
morning and then have to wake up like
It's fine,
2
it's
hours
rubber.
later.
Right, you think I would actually come at you with a real hammer?
Do we need to talk about past?
Do you think so poorly of me? Wow.
So,
Also, what
review-
past?
Fair. Did you see the latest app, by the way?
The latest what?
Latest application?
No. Oh, actually, yes. I was potentially going to have a conversation with you around that.
Hello.
Hi, Matt.
Howdy, Matt.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I needed to have a conversation. I've asked for a background check.
Simple.
Oh, I need to go footage her, so I'm not on clock. Oh no, I forgot to turn off the radio. Hopefully I don't have that issue where I feel like I'm hearing things.
Wait, that's the thing?
Turn on your radio and turn it off unless you don't have.
Yeah, if you go off duty without turning off your radio won't stop transmitting to you.
Oh.
I've had times where it does stop, but then there are times where it's like, no, you're gonna hear the full program.
Do you have a civilian radio?
Kind of hit or miss.
Nah, I don't.
Okay, well,
Oh, I got a background
give it
check.
back to me. Turn that
Oh,
off.
sweet.
Turn that on and turn it off. And then you give it back to me. It's only got 17 hours left on it, but still. Give it back to me.
Yeah, it's always good to have them. Here you go. Thank you so much.
Fudge's sake.
Hmm?
Thank you.
Went on and off duty. I didn't mean to do that.
Cover your ears, everyone.
Get to the chopper.
Take him playing with his toys.
Let me just put this in my bag.
No, I always seem to have this fucking
Oh,
problem.
boy.
I just end up sleepwalking and I just end up in the middle of nowhere. And then I try to figure out what in the fuck is wrong with me, you know? These songs going to plan. How this happened? I don't think you can from here.
One second.
Close enough.
Hi, Sonia. Hi, Sonia.
I'm not leaving.
Oh, hi, Sonia.
Howdy.
Iceland.
Hi.
Hi.
Hoi hoi.
This,
Hi, Sonia.
hi.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my dear god.
Hello.
What was that?
That's just Tina.
Well, at least he comes in like a wrecking ball, I guess.
Yeah, you can put your ambulance away at the airstrip and you can put your heli away here.
Noise.
Is there a problem?
Good old
Hello.
Frank.
Everything fine? Everything okay?
I don't know. Is there a problem?
I don't know. I think it went quite well.
Hey, you
Yeah.
come in like a wrecking ball
thud.
again.
I don't know. I thought that was pretty gentle, to be honest. Could've been a lot
And
worse.
nice
I saw
gentle
cars.
thud.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
You
I'm gonna go back to your training notes, Blake.
I thought we were about to have a nice little
I was just saying
bonfire
hello.
outside.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you.
It's okay.
You're in my bubble.
Untick's professionalism.
You're in my
Oh,
bubble.
that was a typo anyway.
Spicy.
My driving was a typo.
There's so many of us.
Very funny.
Okay, are we waiting for anyone else?
I'm just doing roster, right? I'm just doing attendance.
Present.
Present. There's a present. We get a present.
Are
What
you?
is-
Kia ora.
I'm a
Basically
gift.
present.
Thank you.
You are.
If you want a present, you need to ask Blake for it.
I'm a delight.
I'm sorry, I
Blake
can't
has
afford
presents.
presents anymore because someone took a certain card away from me and now I'm upset. as
You don't
spaghetti.
deserve it.
You got
Wow.
the credit card taken away from you.
Blake
I
needs a sugar
will-
daddy. This
No,
is he's
it's
taking open
stopped.
applications.
He needs a sugar daddy or sugar
Yep.
mommy.
No, he
Why
needs a
not
sugar
both?
daddy. Very explicitly.
I mean, anyone
No mummies
who's
for
like
Blake.
holding a platinum card with 0% interest
Just do a line of
for
coke off it.
13 months.
What?
Just don't do what I did.
What did you do? What did you do off a platinum card? Sonya's cutting.
Do we really want to know?
Sonya's cutting lines with a black credit debit card.
It was definitely a type of line.
Oh, hold on a minute. It was a line or a train?
Did you do Los Santos next top model?
No. That would be clean.
Sonya was in The Bachelorette.
Oh, I wish.
Too many
I would
thirsties.
have 25 guys drooling all over me.
I mean, just roll up to PD. That's how that works, right? Historically
Hold on
speaking.
my end.
Just put some bunny ears on. Be
I
8.
don't need bunny ears.
That's true. Badge bunnies in this house. I heard that term in so long.
I was about to say, I haven't heard that term in so long.
Hey, he said
Luckily,
bunny.
my girlfriend's a... Yeah.
Are we gonna do it out here or in the room? It's up to you, Blake.
So out here, it's a bit more spacious.
Okay. Do you want to take
No
first? Blake?
cuddling.
Yeah. Can do. We got everyone? We're not waiting for anyone else that we know of?
Not at the
Nope.
moment.
You gotta be a statue, Matthew. Still as a statue, my dude.
I used to have the ability to do this on the go, and then I forgot everything.
Unfortunate.
Oh,
By
it's
accident.
devastating. Alrighty. So, welcome everyone. First off, does everyone know everyone?
I don't think I know most of the people.
I don't think Sienna knows
Okay.
anyone.
Yeah.
Alright. So, it might be a good opportunity for a quick round the room. So, I'll start, and then I guess we'll go Sonia, Aya, Alex. So, hi, I'm Blake Schuyler. Along with Aya, I'm one of the joint heads of the EMS. Hello.
Hello.
Sonia.
Oh, hi. I'm Sonia Summers.
She's baked.
Nice to meet you.
I'm just a nobody. I'm here to help you guys whenever you need it.
She's a
You
senior
usually see me around
paramedic.
doing. Ha!
She's a senior paramedic.
She said what? Right? Yeah, you sure you're a senior paramedic, Sonia?
Think so. Yeah.
Facts.
Sonia, are you okay?
I told you she's baked. I
No.
wasn't joking. I wasn't fucking kidding.
Okay.
I'm definitely not.
My name's Aya. I help run EMS Command along with Blake and Shauna.
You lied to me. You told me Shauna would be here.
She said she would be here. I think she's got it wrong because we moved this one back an hour.
Yeah, I looked at it and it said 12 back home. And
Yeah.
then realized I think I may have mistaken the starting time.
Yes, so it's been brought back an hour, so I think she's probably got confused with that one. Yeah, I help run EMS along with Blake and Shauna.
I'm Alexander, new to EMS. Just made EMT.
Yeah, you did.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Kitty.
I'm Kenny. I also only just woke up.
Well,
I can it.
Same.
Please, this is like being back in the first day of fucking school. Please. I'm dying on the inside here.
Sorry, I'm late, guys. I thought it was down in
man.
I thought it was down in the city. I had to bomb back up here.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Where's
how
the
are you-
hat? Where's the Kono shame?
BJ?
That
No,
is
it's
not a BJ.
That's
I,
not
I
BJ.
know. I know it's not BJ.
Uh,
Could be BJ or Farrell or Craig, though.
Sorry.
Is- Me? Andy.
Yes. That's the joke.
Andy?
Yes.
Yes.
Extra.
Yeah.
I'm
Wait, who's next?
Misty Rivers. I am EMS. EMT, whatever. I'm also just waking up.
Morning.
nice to meet you.
Morena.
I'm Sienna, EMR, first day on the job.
You're whispering.
Pleasure
Wait,
to
when
meet
you're
y'all.
talking
Happy to work with you.
Are you whispering?
Do I need to talk louder?
yeah,
There
you
we
That's
go.
good.
Hey, I'm Sienna, EMR, first real day on the job. Nice to meet y'all. Pleasure to be working with you. I'm terrible at remembering names, so I'll probably end up asking a bunch of you about like another 9 times before I really get it down, but we'll get there.
Hey, I'm Eddie Vestoon. It's been 482 days since my last drink. Oh wait, wrong meeting. Senior paramedic.
Nice to meet you. And congratulations on the dates.
Andy, did you just want to quickly introduce yourself?
Hey, hey, my name's Andy Ping. This is it won't be first day on the job because I'm currently out of town for today. But this will be my properly first day in this city as a member of you guys. So it's nice to meet you all in person.
Welcome to Alice Miss, mate.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, welcome, welcome.
Met too.
Hi,
Please, you
I'm
know,
Matthew
it's your
Davidson, and you're watching Disney Channel. I'm kidding. I am Matthew Davidson. I am a paramedic in an FTO. Hoy.
And finally, yourself, Tegan.
I am Tegan. I wrote the SOPs.
You wrote some of the SOPs.
I wrote most of it. I
Anything.
checked.
Wait, so you're the reason why there was a spelling mistake?
No. No,
Yes.
there were no
Done
spelling
mistake.
mistakes when I left it out.
Wasn't our
People
wasn't our
have
bosses?
nitpicked it
Was
out.
you?
I wrote the original one. And people
Okay.
edited it, and now there are spelling mistakes. Blake!
So many typos and grammar.
I don't know why
It's called
you
deflection.
put the sole blame on me when there's a 33% chance.
Look, there's a 66% chance.
Wow. Okay.
You know what? For once, I'm a good girl. So,
we do have a few things to talk about. Some of these things are things we have been saying at length. So the fact that they're coming up means the message isn't being heard, sadly. So we'll be saying this the number of times as we need to until the message gets across. Starting first, so just a bit of a, I guess, reminder, just a bit of a heads up. Just make sure when you're attending to medicals, you're doing so at a bit of a steady pace. There are a few people who try to zoom by them and make it a race. There's others that we have heard are kind of dragging it out longer than it really needs to, especially when a patient is in a lot of pain and a lot of suffering. We want to try and make sure we're as quick and as efficient as we can. So it's about trying to find that balance. It shouldn't take 10 minutes for someone to treat a GSW. Obviously patient care can last that long, but to treat, we shouldn't really be taking that long, ideally. So try and keep a good and consistent pace, but don't overwhelm yourself. Keep it steady. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast, but just make sure you're going about it in a good pace that is decent for you. For the trainers, just make sure we're training at a good pace too. We're not overloading people, we're not going too fast, and we're also not going too slow. It's about trying to find that balance. And everyone's going to be different. Everyone's going to have a different speed to them. So like I said, it's about trying to find that balance. Okay.
Do you want me to do the next one? Shall we go back and forth on these?
Let's go back and forth a bit easier.
Okay. Next one is PD. If you have an issue with PD, be polite, be professional, do as they ask. Then report it to the highest on duty or report it to EMS command with their badge number. Just a quick thing to trainers, please enforce this to your EMRs. And also, if you're giving out MDT entries to PD, only give out the relevant MDT entry. Black out the phone number and black out any other MDT entry. That's what they've requested.
Okay, so there's a thing on that. The HIPAA quiz needs to be fixed then. Because it says give everything.
Okay, so I will ask for that to be fixed.
Yeah, it's a bit out of date and a bit weird. Because we went through it like after I did mine.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just so many things that is not correct or isn't what we do. It really needs another Passover.
On like when you give over the relevant information, do they just
Yeah.
need to see the last treatment, or do they actually need to see the patient's name on there?
You should give them the
patient-
patient's name to confirm that it's that person.
Yep,
The
patient
name
can
has to be on
definitely give
there.
it
It's not in
credibility.
this one cart.
Yeah, I just gave the guy the other day. I just gave him the relevant information. He seemed happy with it.
Yeah, it's
If
kind
you-
of gone back and forth with PD.
Generally speaking, what they should want from you is, if you're just telling them it or writing it down, they probably only want the information. But if they need to know, if they're getting like a snippet of the MDT, you're going to want to put the name in as well to confirm that it's their MDT entry. That's like the extra double mega proof, which is what they should be asking of you.
If they need it for court, the name has to be on there.
Date of birth
basically.
as well. Just to confirm that it is them as well. But
Yeah.
it may be a little confusing for some of those that have been here for longer because it has gone back and forth with PD. They've asked for all of it and then they've asked for not for this, and I don't know what it's going to look like in the next 2 months.
I will cautiously say all of it. The medical record relevant to the date, give all of it. Everything else can be left out. But yeah, definitely include things like name, date of birth, perhaps even phone number, as it can be an identifying part, especially if there's like multiple John Smiths.
I heard phone number no, because medical records become public stuff when they go on the docket, and someone's phone number.
Well, if we're giving it to PD and PD are putting it on the docket, they're usually pretty good at covering that information to save themselves and do us a solid as well. So it's a bit here and there. We're trying to find a decent middle ground, and that is going to take a little bit of time, but I think where we are at the moment is okay.
Okay. Next step, we'll get through this quickly so Blake can go back to bed.
He's going to be up for another 3 hours. 2 years as a person.
Hell no.
Coward.
You can call me all the names you like. It ain't gonna happen.
What happened to the Blake that I knew?
He died.
Oh, that's
sorry.
fair. Honestly, same.
That I used to know.
Cool. So the next thing we want to touch on is it's been a problem for several months now. It's been off again, on again. But the response times on radio has been pretty bad. Added to this is the fact that there's this whole kind of dancing on eggshells that seems to happen with people not knowing each other's rank, who has priority, who hasn't got priority. And for the last couple of months, I feel like it's been a bit of a nightmare. Would that be a fair comment?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to trial something. This isn't permanent. It's temporary, but may be made permanent if it's working and it looks positive. So effective from this meeting, we are completely dropping the nuke on call priority. So what this means is EMRs, you will still have priority. That makes sense. But you will be the only priority. Everyone else will have to fight. Well, I use fight in inverted commas. Please don't physically assault each other. We'll essentially have to communicate with each other as to who's going to what, who's working on murder kills. But what it will mean is basically first in, best dressed. That being said, it does come with a few caveats. Let's make sure that it's not just on the sole responsibility of one person running themselves ragged to go from call to call to call to call. Please make sure that we're a team and that we're spreading this out. But what this hopefully should mean is we get a medical call and the first one to go, X-ray 0176 to medical at Grapeseed gets it. If it's becoming a bit of a problem and people feeling like they might be left out for whatever reason, my recommendation would be maybe having a bit of a roster system. So go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and spread it out that way. But for now, giving it a bit of a trial, first in, best dressed. How does everyone feel about that?
I like that.
Sounds good.
I'm fine with it.
Sounds good.
Okay. Perhaps I should ask, is there any strong disagreements? And feel free to disagree. It's an open place to voice your thoughts.
I think there's going to just be more problems, to be honest.
I don't know.
Okay.
Most of the people in this room right now work really well together. They're courteous to one another. Like Kitty and I, Kitty wants to take a call, she'll say she wants to take a call, or I'll take a call, or if I'm in a general area, I usually say, "You want me to get that because I'm in an area." And so we work well together. So I don't really see. I don't know. I think this group works really well together.
It is something we'll be keeping a close eye at and tweaking as we see fit, and we'll be communicating those changes as we need to. So keep an ear out for that if we make any kind of small adjustments. But we thought we'd give it a try, see how it works, where the pain points are, and what we can do to try and address those. But hopefully it should go a long way to solving the whole dancing around eggshells and who's going, who's not going. All right, I know it's a bit of a bomb, so is there any other questions on that before we move on?
So that's with call out priority. Does the radio comm stay as is? Where it starts with?
So we do have a thing on radio comms, but essentially what that falls under is the highest on duty at that time.
Sweet. Will there be something posted in the email chain, just so that those who may miss that both meetings are aware and not like kind of thrown off that?
That is something we will discuss as maybe an option, but we haven't made a decision if we're going to go down that route or not.
For the announcement. Just for announcing it, in case people miss both meetings, or you want to word of mouth it, is the alternative.
Yeah. As I say, we haven't...
Just wanted to double clarify that's what you meant.
Yeah. We haven't made a decision on which way we're going to go.
It's probably going to be best to make a straight announcement, because there are people who don't see anybody.
Yes. I tend to agree, but I have not talked with I or Shauna, so I'm not going to make an executive decision without first confirming
There's
with them.
possibly another thing coming in, so just keep an eye out for that.
I mean, if you have a bunch of announcements to make, save them all at the same time, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's possibly something else coming in, which haven't... I just need to get feedback on from Cricket.
But yes, I would agree that would probably make the most sense, but I'll have a conversation with I and Shauna if they're comfortable with that afterwards. Anything else to add on to that, Aya? I think that pretty much covers all of it, right?
Yep.
Over to you.
Being kind to everyone. Please, whilst you're on duty, have some professional relationships with everyone. Keep professional. Keep civil with one another. Keep professional. Being kind to police as well. Be aware that they do also have a job that they've got to do, and they do also feel some stress as well. In terms of professional, you are EMS. If you have problems with people, you don't necessarily have to be stationed at the same hospital, or even you have the option of being able to move away in an ambulance. So please, please, please be kind to everyone. You would want to, if you wish to receive that kindness yourself, be kind to them in return. That's only a minor, like a small minor thing, but yes. And actually, the next, does anyone have any questions on that? That is literally just a please be kind.
I will say that I don't expect anyone in this room to get along, so to speak, with each other, but I do expect you all to work professionally with each other. I realize there's going to be conflicts of personality, and that can sometimes come up in the workplace. But I will ask that if you have any disagreements, please keep it professional, come to us, we can help mediate if needed.
Do you want to do the next point, seeing as that we've already just brought that up?
Can do. So, we're going to do the time warp again, ladies and gentlemen. Radio comms. So to the point before, highest on duty to respond to PD radio. So at the moment, that would be shared between I and myself, and would have a conversation about who wants to do it. And at some point, I might, if Aya is doing it, I might go, you know what, Blake, do you want to, handle it for a little bit, and we'll share it. And the same would go for senior paramedics, and then paramedics. Hopefully, as EMTs, this isn't something you ever have to worry about, but it may come up. So yeah, just keep an ear out for any comms from PD. If you're needing to call PD, call sign to PD dispatch, wait for a response. You may not get a response in some instances. They may be really, really busy. There may be 3 simultaneous 1080s going on that they're trying to communicate, and your communication just simply isn't getting through. If it's a matter of urgency or emergency, and you're not getting through via radio, I would encourage to call and or text the 911 line. Sorry, was there a comment?
Also, technically, it's the other way around. It's PD dispatch, call sign. You said call sign PD dispatch.
Really?
Because
I've
sometimes
always done call sign.
Yeah, but you
to
lose the.
dispatch.
So it's because sometimes the radio will lose the first bit, and so they want to know who to respond to. If they hear it, they know it's for them. Is the understanding? I believe that's still a thing.
Yes, it is. I just get potato brained about it sometimes.
So I do it all the time. I do it the wrong way around, but I just wanted to make sure that people knew that you do.
Oh
Hey,
shit!
you, it's
that means
me.
that a shit ton of us have been doing it that way. We've been
Yeah,
in
yeah.
call sign
I've been-
to
yeah.
It's
I've been doing it
such
too.
a minor thing that
Yeah, it
if
doesn't
it
make
does
a
happen,
difference. Like they will generally get to you anyway, but if they don't get back to you potentially, it's possible that the radio clipped out your call sign, so they don't know who to respond to. So that's why you go dispatch. You just go, hey, you, it's me.
Yeah, the other option is you just go literally hold your radio down for a second longer.
Yes.
oh,
Also
microphone's
viable.
done.
Yeah, a lot of people start
Have fun.
talking as they push the button down on the radio.
Yeah.
And so the first part of what they say you don't hear.
But it's such a minor thing, as Blake said.
Yeah. It's not
Press
it's not going to
button,
be a big deal. It
speak.
just might explain
Like
some
No,
things.
I'm good at the moment. Yes. No, I don't have to play.
The only other thing to add was for trainers, just making sure that, well, not making sure, just reminding you that you can put FTO in your call sign to signal to others that you're an FTO.
That would be a good way of saying, even if you're an FTO, if you don't want to train at that time or you can't, like you don't have the brain cells to do it, like I don't most of the time, that you're around but you're not training. That's probably actually a thing that you want to discuss internally. It's an actual legitimate thing to do.
Yeah, it's something we can talk about.
That's what was brought up at the trainers meeting, and that's what was agreed. That would be a good way to show that if you want to train or not.
Did that come up in the second one?
It came up. Did it come up in the first?
I don't think it came up in the first one because that's the one I was at. And
I
don't
think it
remember
came up in
coming
the second.
It must have.
Yeah.
I was at neither, so I'm just nodding.
The tracks though, it's a good idea. That might be something
Yeah.
worth formalizing.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you want me to just keep on going? I'm on a roll here.
Yeah, do it if you're on a roll. How's that
Alright.
microwave, by the way?
It was a pizza pocket. It's overdone and tastes disgusting.
You hate to see it.
Molten cheese is delicious. Get over yourself.
That's
Well,
called hot lava.
yes, and
Delicious.
burns my mouth, and
Don't eat it
especially.
straight away, dumbass.
Oh, is that what I'm doing wrong? Fuck.
Hey, just don't pour the lava into your mouth.
Because like sometimes it will drip, and like you get it on like your neck, and like kind of that.
Please. I need a
And then
cold
you
shower
just
now.
got,
This is
like,
too much. This is too much for me. Please. Oh.
Someone want to check his blood pressure?
Ahem. It's very, very high.
Okay. So next topic is professionalism. Yeah. So we're going to start with EMRs. So for the EMRs in the room, just a reminder, should be in your regular clothes when you go off duty. for those who are wearing the LSMS kind of stitching, if you will, those are perfectly fine off duty as well. So those can be used both on duty and off duty as the need requires them. But just a reminder for EMAs, if you're clocking off duty, just make sure you're putting a change of clothes on. All good on that front?
Yeah, it's something I've answered a few questions about for not just EMRs as well. Just never be in your uniform, because someone will either assume that you're at work and are ignoring them, or doing something you shouldn't. And
yeah,
people can be very stupid.
People will also get very angry if you're in your uniform off duty and you go, sorry, I can't give you medical attention right now because I'm off duty.
I do not have the capability of helping you right now because all of my stuff is, not working.
There's just some people that just, for some reason, whether it be stress or whatnot, just can't put the two and two together and get quite angry about it. So to prevent yourself from feeling the of their rage, just make sure you put a change of clothes on when you're going off duty. So next we're going to talk about our good friends, the lawyers. If they ask for an MDT, they should have a client there with them to give that verbal confirmation that it's all Gucci. Failing that, a written confirmation from the client themselves, signed by the client themselves.
I guess a power of attorney document would also work.
Power of attorney would also work, yes.
Yeah, that's a fucking rarity.
If they are requesting the MDT, give them only the MDT form, the client's name and date of birth is requested. The same way you would PD. Any questions? I'm going to take the resounding silence in the room as just agreement and that there are no questions. And I'm going to pass to Ajax. I'm sure you've got something really exciting to talk about now.
Oh, yes. So I might combine two of them and take...
That's fine.
So trainers meeting went really well. We had some really good feedback. I was able to update the training and certification guide. It was really great to see so many trainers getting involved with that. And I think that's something that will go forward. I think it went so well that I believe PHS and I know that PHS are now going to start doing their own trainers meeting.
Trendsetter.
What was that, Matthew?
Trendsetter.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
I don't know, what is that?
A trend.
It's a medical at the airport. Tuners, actually.
Someone went in the gas pump.
Alright, I'll see you in a bit.
Bye.
Have fun.
Thanks, Deegan. I'll keep you up to date.
So it was really great to see so many trainers doing that. And as part of that, we were also able to announce some new senior paramedic certifications. And we're also looking at, I'm exploring, and I'm sure Blake's also been exploring at times, new certifications for paramedics. We'll explore, we're going through them, expanding what you can do, what you can learn. One idea, which Blake is probably going to whack me around the head for, is animal treatment certification. It's something I would like to look at.
Ooh.
Yay! So we can treat Serby every time Barb hits him.
I feel like there is so much more to unpack there.
There's a lot to unpack.
Everyone in the room was thinking.
But we need to have the time nor the place to do that. So I will just add that if there are any other ideas for any certifications that you might be interested in or you think might be a great idea, let us know. We're open to feedback and suggestions. We will take it. And we can't obviously guarantee that we're going to say it's a great idea, but we'll certainly think about it and discuss it. And who knows, there may be a new certification coming our way as a result.
Just to say, we are looking at certifications with the current tool set we have.
Yes,
So,
sorry, very important distinction.
things like rapid response, whilst it sounds like a great idea, I still need to talk to Craig. I have got that on my to-do list. He's also mentioned that didn't work in the past, and it doesn't involve the current tool set that we have. But with the current tool set we have, we are looking at new certifications and expanding what you can do. Do you want me to do the next one as well?
Yeah, may as well.
Okay, so also based on the trainers meeting, we now have a updated procedure on seizures in the training certification guide. It's not something we're going to test during the EMR phase, but it has a procedure in there. There is medication for it. Bearing in mind, I can't remember what I put in it. Hold it 2 secs.
Now, as a question that probably people may ask, is this medication over the counter?
Nope.
Okay.
The medication is buccal Maya. Buccal. You can literally just call it buccal. But it's buccal Miazepam. So basically with a seizure, you are timing the seizure. If they have been in a seizure of 5 minutes, they are known as status epilepticus, and that's when it's really starting to get dangerous. If the patient has had 2 or more seizures in 20 minutes, they are having cluster seizures. You are removing the items from any items from around the patient. You don't touch the patient. Have a glance over, check if they've got any medications in their pockets, because if they've had previous seizures, they may do, and you may be able to see it. Once the seizure stops, you may give the patient medications, which for buccal is basically a syringe. You put it to either side of your cheek, and then you rub the cheeks. You get to rub the cheeks, which I'm sure Sonia's probably going to be very excited about.
What?
You get to rub cheeks.
Why?
Please.
Why you gotta make me? Okay.
Just please, as a request, don't belittle them as you're doing it, and just be
Yeah,
like,
no.
"Go right,
Now you don't mean.
I don't do that shit.
I hate that.
allegedly."
No, I really don't.
Yeah, don't do that. But basically all I've got in the training guide, so you don't even need to mention the rubbing the cheeks. That's just extra information. Just put it to the side of the cheeks. It's an oral medication. But it's for use for when they stop having the seizure. That's the important part. Unfortunately, seizures, there's not much you can do. You need to give them oxygen as well if they're over 5 minutes. There's not much you can do for them until the seizure stops. It's just keeping them safe. But that was put in. Do you want me to do the next one as well, and you get the last 2?
Can do.
Okay. Chiliad. If you don't have dust off and you can't get a Chiliad medical, don't worry about it. There is a unwritten rule. Well, it's written in the local ambulance guide that if you can't grab a Chiliad medical or you think it's too dangerous, locals can grab them. We have many conferences with the local paramedics and local EMS. And as much as they get feisty to paramedics in the back of Sandy, that they often stay around here, they can grab, it's things like those deep sea rescues, those Chiliad. Although saying that now that the people float to the top of the sea and don't sink like a ton of bricks, we might be able to grab them from deep sea. However, that's off the point. Locals can grab from Chiliad. So don't worry about it if you can't grab it.
Well, even if deep sea is a matter of trying to get them to a surface, and with everything, it's kind of hard to do that right now.
I will also add that this is also applicable to Mount Gordo, especially that trail. isn't overly ambulance friendly a lot of the time. So if you're trying to get your ambulance there and just having a bad time, don't feel bad. As ISS, locals can grab them as an absolute worst case scenario.
Blake knows how difficult it is because he's often encountered the murder kiddies by Mount Gordo.
Oh no.
No, and also historically, I've tried to get my ambulance on that Mount Gordo trail. This is back when they had a little bit more off-road capability. Seeing as they now have less off-road capability, it's a lot harder.
I thought they had big ambulances to have more.
A little bit, but not by much.
Would we ever try to invest in like an air unit or something like that for hard to reach places, or is that off the table?
So look, we do have dust off to respond to those medicals, which is gated behind the flight certification. The issue is, I suppose there's not a lot of people who do have that flight certification, or not a lot of people who are available to use that flight certification. So it's those situations that the question then becomes, what do we do? And that's the answer we're trying to solve for here. Obviously, if you've got a flight certification, it's kind of easy as, right? You just grab dust off, go to it. Sometimes we are graced with the presence of Air One, and Air One can sometimes assist as well.
Also, PD cruisers can get places our ambulances can't.
Yes, that is also an option as well. So it's just being aware of your environment, knowing your limitations, and trying to work around those.
Yeah, and with the air unit, it takes more than one person to operate, or?
No, it's just one person to operate. Okay. But that's not to say that you can't have a partner with you.
Yep.
We'll have that local EMS in the back also helping out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Always good with the Lucas device.
Okay, so last 2 points.
Yes. So, comes to my favorite bit of this meeting and what everyone has done really, really well. So, oh boy, poor Tegan. And 10-4, do you need assistance? 10-4. Okay. Oh boy. So I do actually have a few locals ambulance is flying back over here. So I do have a few names on here that I'd like to call out. I don't know if all are present. I suspect
One
is.
No, none. Never mind.
None. Oh, never mind. None of them are here, but we'll go through them anyway, just so you guys have an idea if he's doing a great job. So I'm going to butcher some of these last names, so I do apologize. So Ari Akari has been called out for great general skill set. Matt Hudson has been also called out for great work. Ivana Drago has been called out for their professionalism. Seeing comment from Tegan, I think this was a comment from Tegan or comment from someone else. Seems pretty unshakable on scene. So great stuff. Eric with a K. I hope I got that right.
Yep.
He's got a great personality on scene with medicals. Ben Taylor is prompt and always keen to learn and showing professionalism at all times. Devon Rose is a quick learner, eager to learn, and very professional and great with her patients. And finally, we've got Veronica Hudson. Was hearing great things of them as EMR and is continuing to do good things as an EMT.
Oh, that's funny. I think like 90 or maybe all of them are now EMT. Goes to show how
Yeah, Matt's now an EMT. Veronica's now an EMT. Ivana, I think, is still in training on him.
Either which way, well done to those particular people. Great stuff. But why stop there? Is there anyone in present company that wants to call out anyone else? Any other feedback and recognition?
Sienna?
I got the opportunity to shadow with DJ, Ella, and Tegan, and it was always a very informative experience. And I got the opportunity today to get some experience with Matthew, and he definitely made things easier when we were responding to some very tense situations.
Wonderful.
So much appreciated.
Yeah, of course. You're frigging it faster. It's really cool to see.
Go ahead, Keith.
I want to call out Matu for the great work he's doing.
Oh, dang. Everyone here's done a pretty good job here as well. We might sometimes have low staff numbers at certain points, but everyone treks along and does what they can with the people that we have at the time to make sure we get shit done. It's really cool to see.
Matu is a power trainer. And needs to watch his
Oh,
own
thank you.
health, but he is a power trainer.
Yeah, with all my other city stuff, it's maybe really make sure that if I can't do work in the city, make sure not to do it, or else I'm gonna burn out. And I've felt that the past few weeks, which has been nice to sort of sit back a bit, come into the city, try and help people wherever I can.
Just a quick thing on trainers, don't burn yourself out. You don't have to train if you don't want to. You have that option to say no. You have that option to say no to Blake. You have that option to say no to me. You have that option to say no to EMRs. Obviously, if it goes over a longer period of time, then we might be a little concerned. We might have a chat. But if you need a break, you need a break. Don't burn yourself out.
Yeah. All you need to say is, sorry, just not really feeling it today. Would you mind if I just take the day off from training? And really, no question asked. You guys need to do what you need to do in order to survive.
My joy, and I'm going to say it about everyone, is seeing you all doing amazing jobs out in the field. Hearing about the amazing jobs. Seeing you all passionately get on duty, go out to the people, talk to them, do your community visits, and knowing that you are making the best for EMS, putting the best name forward, that actually makes me really happy. And I'm really proud that you're all part of EMS. You have no idea how happy and proud I am of every single one of you.
Yeah.
Including Blake.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Just tender my resignation right here, right now. Why don't I?
I was giving you a good compliment. I was going to say, even with
that
you,
was a backhanded compliment, and you know it.
I could have said with the accents.
Wow. Okay. I see how this is.
Uh-huh. In all honesty, Blake is an amazing person. He goes through... Shauna and Blake and I work together. Shauna and Blake catch a lot of mistakes I do and help. And without them, you wouldn't have the EMS as it is. The stuff they do behind the scenes, Sonia's experienced it once. There's so much that they do behind the scenes. There's so much that you don't see, and it just wouldn't be EMS without them. I'm hoping that Sonia could confirm
What am I confirming?
how much they do behind the scenes.
Who?
Blake and Shauna,
Oh, yeah.
from your past experience.
I mean, Blake and I came from the same class together. You know, kind of growing up with, right beside, and yeah, make sure that everything is taken care of, and
I told you, Sonia, we never speak about med school ever again, okay?
don't make me bring up the embarrassing pictures about you back in the day.
Still have PTSD, you don't understand. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, just to echo a lot of what Aya said. Whilst, we still have our little issues here and there, generally as a collective, we've come a long way and we continue to go from strength to strength. So whilst, we haven't individually listed everyone in their achievements here and today, each and every one of you are doing a fantastic job. Whether it's as EMS, whether it's as a cross-trained doctor, whether it's as a cross-trained therapist, collectively, the EMS and the medical department as a whole is going from strength to strength. So a big pat back to each and every one of you. The only other thing I've got left to add...
Shall we tell Tegan his compliment?
Oh, yeah, we can.
Tegan, you got a compliment.
Oh, that's not true.
You got some feedback and some recognition.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I didn't do it. I promise. I didn't mean it. Have I covered all the bases yet?
Yeah, look, the really
Tegan's
Tegan's really sorry for the great experience that you've given to this EMR. It's really not his behavior, and I do apologize.
Yeah, sorry, it's completely unacceptable. It'll never happen again.
Thank you for the moment of weakness.
It's completely out of character. I don't know what happened. He must have been drinking on the job.
Can't believe you've done this, Tegan. Can't believe you're doing great teamwork.
How dare I provide teaching moments to many people?
Tegan does have impeccable timing.
Damn right. I always arrive exactly when I'm supposed to.
The only last bit I've got to add, it's just a bit of a recommendation. Don't be afraid to leave the hospital as well. Don't be afraid to leave Central, Toledo, Sandy. Don't be afraid to go somewhere completely random. I took an EMI with me. We went somewhere completely random to the point that PD were a bit concerned, and I got ambushed by the colonel because they were that worried. They were doing a bit of a safety check.
What you doing up here, EMS?
Yeah, basically.
Mornings, Colonel.
But the feedback I did get from Mia was it was great to see EMS not just hanging around at the hospital. They were actually going out and doing things. So I just wanted to pass on that feedback. And as a recommendation, don't be afraid to get out there and kind of explore areas of San Andreas that you maybe have not explored before or had the opportunity to have a look at.
There's 1,000 places at Mirror Park you probably didn't know existed.
Yeah.
Kind of wild.
I still find places and I live in Mirror Park.
So there you go. There's the next challenge for you. We'll go out to Mirror Park and see what's there.
That might be a fun group activity one day. Just send a selfie from somewhere obscure and see who can find me.
Yeah.
That sounds like a training activity. Hold on.
That is a good training activity.
The only thing,
my
just
second good idea.
make sure you're off duty. Otherwise, it kind of becomes very easy.
Like the water rescue, you can just cheat and follow the blurb.
Something you can do on duty though is go and find a location from a clue, which is good radio comms. I've had people sent to multiple different places in order to try and find locations.
That'll be really good for the quiet hours.
End up going on anyway.
I was going to say that probably segues into another good point. If it is generally a quiet shift and your last medical call out was say 2 hours ago, don't be afraid to spice it up. Have a bit of fun with your colleagues. Don't be afraid, especially if it's really quiet on the other side of the fence for PD as well, to include them. Make it fun for both of you.
2 hours is quiet numbers. We've gone like 7 to 9 hours this week.
All I'm saying is, if you're bored, chances are other people are bored. Have some fun. You're allowed to have fun. You have my permission.
How many medicals in 12 hours, Tegan? Yesterday?
7, I think. 7.
No,
11,
it was.
it might have been in the 12.
I think in
4
the
in
10, it was 2.
It was 4 in 10, and then there was a lot more in 12, and then a lot more in 24.
But it wasn't
There was
over 24.
spicy-
There's a couple of
But-
spicy meatballs today.
Back when
Yeah,
I
there
was
was
EMT,
spicy
it
mezcal.
was super
it's
quiet
good.
all the time, and Aya would have us do all kinds of things.
I'll
Yeah,
try and get back in.
don't
Don't
be-
say it like that.
Don't be afraid to-
I am made us do all
Watch
sorts of
laundry,
strange
do it,
things.
boys.
She promised she made us sign an NDA. She put us under the therapy hip, but we can't talk about it.
But yes, don't be afraid to have fun. Just make sure your fun is sensible and within the realms of the penal code. The last thing I want is a report landing on my desk that someone was having fun and it's led to, I don't know, airspace violations or GTA or something of that sort.
I'm
Gently
100%
related,
going to
I
go
might
off
be
duty at
missing a
some point to
helicopter
send a
for
photo to
another
the
hour or
Amber
2.
line.
What was that? Both
You
you were
might
talking.
be without a helicopter for the next 2 hours if you need it.
Why?
You left it yesterday, and I had it removed.
I didn't get a heli out.
Why did you have the Air 1 tag?
Because sometimes when you're going through the radio, it flicks you to that.
Oh, I don't know who. Okay, it might have just been a local one. Disregard then. We're good. I did the right thing. The right thing happened even.
Bearing in mind, I have multiple helis because I did a mass dust-off training at one time.
That sounds like hell.
It's actually quite fun.
I think it's.
All right.
You know what? This is a different.
Yeah, trying to draw this to a close so we don't stay here any longer than we need to. Was there any other topics, any other questions that needed to be talked about before we move on to our last item?
Dr. Nurse Skylar, do you still carry a bat at all times?
I don't know what you're referring to.
Alright, good to know. That's what I want. That's what I want to hear.
But any other topics, any other areas of concern that anyone wants to raise?
Oh, in the training material, I did notice a discrepancy between the EMS SOP and the LSMS SOPs in regards to the use of weapons and protection of self from locals.
Mm-hmm.
In the EMS, it's no use of weaponry against civilians at any time or circumstance. In the
Correct.
LSMS SOPs, it says that you're basically allowed in situations where you're responding to areas where locals are known to get aggressive, like Grove Street, but only to preserve your own life or the life of your patient.
So I don't know how we've necessarily worded it in the EMS variant, but effectively it should be the same. The use
It's
of
been changed. So when we originally wrote it, it said environmental hazards such as dangerous locals are murder keys, but someone has reworded it to only say murder kitties in some of the transitionary changes to the SOPs. So it needs to be re-updated because it explicitly says only murder keys at the moment.
I think that perhaps at some point in some time, I'm having a faint recollection of why we went down that direction. People took it upon themselves to basically, shall we say, incapacitate innocent locals for no particular reason. They weren't getting angsty, they weren't getting angry, they were just in the way. The use of weaponry should only be used for self-defense, and that entails largely murder kitties as the most common threat. If you happen to be in the Southside area and you're passing by Grove Street and you just happen to just very, very gently hit a car to the point that the whole neighborhood suddenly thinks it's a gang war, use of weaponry to protect yourself and your patient is authorized. But that remains it. You shouldn't be using weapons on other civilians, especially innocent civilians. And you shouldn't be using weaponry on each other.
So minimal use of necessary force against locals, evacuate scene if possible instead, etc.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I've also had a local here in Sandy just start shooting at me while I was trying to find a
Sandy
medical.
and Polito both have angry rednecks. Grapeseed has very angry rednecks with shotguns.
Oh God.
You should.
It's-
I don't know
There
how
are some-
much that.
Central has some too because it's right off of Southside.
Yeah,
I just
and
tried
the
getting
local
gas a
Almost got
couple days
chased by
ago, and I got
14
chased
local
by
idiots.
one that got in the car just because I tried to get gas. He stepped in front of me and shot me.
Jeez.
Locals
Holy
are
shit.
getting more and more agitated by the day, and it's spreading throughout the city. Perhaps the Vinewood areas and the Vinewood Hills are probably one of the only safer, and the west side of the city, like northwest and north, are probably the only safest places you could think of at the moment.
This used to, this used to preclude something. It used to actually mean something was going to happen, like something was wrong with the water. When locals would get super aggressive, sometimes you'd get this sort of like pseudo zombie effects. Kind of crazy. Hopefully
Yeah,
that's not happening again. That was terrifying.
we've had it for a couple of
Don't
weeks.
drink the water from the taps. Only drink bottled or boiled.
But does that answer your question around the use of weaponry?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Perfect. Any other questions? Taking the very, very pregnant pause as no. Okay, we'll move on to our last bit of business. I one. Is it one?
2.
2. Oh, it is 2. Oh, would you look at that? All right. Okay. We need to talk. So there's a few people in this room. We won't name names. Who we need to talk about. These people have been generating a lot of reports, and it's become a bit concerning. And it's the reason why we've left this to last, because it's really quite concerning, and potentially it could be a problem for the department. I don't know if you want to go into some of the reports you've been given, Aya. I know it's kind of been shared across myself, yourself, and Shauna.
So, some of these problems involve not following the guides, stumbling, pace, professionalism. It's been a huge range, and let me just find out. Multiple witness reports.
What was really quite saddening to see is these reports. One of them is a paramedic. The other one is a senior paramedic. Now, the people in these positions, obviously hold them to higher standards. So the fact that we're getting those reports is quite disheartening in light of what we're trying to do with the department. You got it there on your tablet there, Aya?
Yeah. I'm leaving this bit to you.
All right. Well, look, in the interest of transparency and openness, is it okay if I name names?
In this case, yes.
All right. I just want to make sure, is everyone else comfortable if I name names?
If it's me.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry to say that one of those reports was you, Matthew, as a senior paramedic. The other one was Misty Rivers as a paramedic.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
You got baited. This is the oldest shit in the book.
I know, right?
I was just like, all right, no, nothing bad's actually happened because you.
Wait, I
you
got
did the
just
bad.
promoted?
Yeah, you just got promoted, son. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Both of you.
I hate you so much.
I don't know how.
Hey,
I mean,
hey.
Oh no, he needs
Sonia and
to
Tegan saw
introduce.
this a mile away. I'm surprised no one else did, to be honest.
I wasn't gonna say. I didn't want to say anything. I was like,
I
this
wasn't
is bait.
expecting.
Sonia,
I
do you
was
want to
so
describe
confused.
yours? Do you want to describe yours? Do you want to describe yours?
Woman, I would hog tie you up. I swear to God, don't test me right now.
All right. None of you have it anywhere near as bad as I did.
No, no, no.
Did you get left on top of a mountain?
This
She
is
left me on
worse.
top of a mountain.
Hold on. Let
Wait,
me
who
hold on.
up
This is worse. This is worse. You want to know why? Aya tells me to come down here. I come down here. The sheriff marshal was here and says, "You want to explain something to me?" I'm like, "What did I do?" And then they was threatening to me they were gonna put me in handcuffs, and then I have to do a fucking psych eval with Vanessa over here in the back because apparently I killed somebody, stabbed them 40 some times, and then light them on fire.
They finally found out about that. Hold
Holy
on.
No, I mean, I
We gotta
thought,
go, Sonia. We gotta go.
oh, I know, right?
Hey, wait a minute. Those two idiots who just got promoted, right?
Oh god.
Yes.
Where is the police with the tasers this time?
Does anyone text to text the police line?
For my physical injuries, not the best idea.
They
That
can't
too.
find me fast as fuck, boy.
Is that a challenge, Matthew? I will call Rizzo right now.
I can't see his injury now. They can't get me if they can't see me. Goes
Are
into
you, are you actively throwing down the gauntlet?
Yes, they can't get me
Okay.
if they can't spot me.
Alright, here we go.
Just give me at least a 2-minute
taking
head
down?
start.
Batu, he thinks he can escape from PD and tasers.
Oh, it's really easy.
I have a valid reason. They can get me at some other time. I'm fine with that, but right now I have a valid reason.
But I would just like to report that one, Matthew Davidson has recently got promoted and thinks he can escape PD.
Alright, so I actually got taken down to the cells multiple times by multiple officers. Tased.
Blake,
I
we
had
can
to, I had to
hear
get out
you.
of old PD without getting tased.
That's pretty.
It's hard
That's
out
the reason
here.
why you can hear him.
It do be rough out here on the streets, man.
Yeah, and then fucking Cricket dropped me on top of a mountain and told me if I couldn't get down without hurting myself, I wasn't allowed a promotion.
In handcuffs.
I was not
let's
cuffed for that
go.
one. That's a different promotion. I could have done it in handcuffs, but
I'm terrified every time I and Vanessa in that little room.
holding hands.
I know, right?
Slam doors
Bearing in mind, this
And
was
they
mainly the
were-
Delilah's idea.
And they
Huh,
were
sure.
friends.
It was Delilah's idea.
Sure.
Alright, better start running, buddy.
I don't see them.
No, there's no trackers coming up here. You got to keep kind of some situational awareness ongoing.
I'm just watching the door.
Also, they'll get you when you least expect it.
I
Hang
thought
on.
you knew better,
Don't
Matthew.
look at the freeway.
I'm just gonna say
No,
it's a
that's
real
all I
good
could-
thing he doesn't have eyes in the back of his head right now.
Oh fuck! Give me
What's the problem, huh?
What's the problem,
You
Matthew?
opened the door behind
How
me,
many
I thought
PD
the
are
signal
coming up
door
here?
was active.
Oh, I'm bringing down the whole force.
It's like
It's
two
nearly
people.
10
Let's be very
people.
explicitly clear. That's
Okay,
only two
alright.
freaking people.
Tegan,
It's literally
I said
two
the whole
people.
force. You didn't need to get into details. This is on you now.
The
I
quantity,
mean, it's on me.
quality more than
You didn't have to
quantity.
know how many it was.
Just gonna hang on. I'm just gonna stand over here for no reason.
Okay.
No cover.
Mhm.
Putting Sonya inside the water tank.
I mean, if it's Barb, then you should probably move over.
It's not Barb. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
Barbara, you just need Cerberus for.
Leave the building.
Just turn left. For
Yeah, you
it.
just need Cerberus then. You just put
Yeah, they need
Cerberus
to bring
behind her
Cerberus
and
up
she'll
here let
get
him just
him.
chase Matu.
Yep.
You're safe. They're not
realised
actually
Of course
coming
they
here. They're
do.
going to Pleo.
Yes,
probably
go,
got
please,
JK.
go to the wrong hospital.
I did specify Sandy. Maybe they had
Yeah,
a
I think they just have a
call up
call
there.
to go
Had
to.
Oh well.
Had a woozy first moment.
This early?
But I
Yep.
mean, at least now you've got a warrant on your head, Matthew. So good luck with that.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I haven't had a speeding ticket. Haven't any of this. This is my first warrant. Feels good, man.
Why is that?
It's
Yeah.
You're going down for life.
Matthew, do we need to have a talk?
You know what, Matthew? Let me tell you
Promotion,
something.
I get lifetime in prison.
Let me tell you something.
Oh my
okay?
god, I was gonna say that is a chunky ass police
So,
vehicle.
don't point at Sonia.
Oh, what are you pointing at my
Wait,
ass
what?
for
Oh,
like
oh,
that,
no,
Matthew?
what?
Why do you
It's
point my
between
ass
the
for like
very
that?
long-
Hold on,
Matthew.
hold on.
Dumpy. Oh shit!
Oh my
don't
god.
don't you point
Wait,
at my
what?
ass? No, go back there.
No, 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 move from the dark.
Oh, get out of here!
Oh, they got him.
Drop.
I told him to come in through the back door.
Oh my god.
No. Wait, I can't run when I'm
I don't want to be
Horny,
part of
we
the
can't look.
horniness. Yeah, I can't look.
It's the feet that what where's it going?
Great.
We're both handcuffed. What a dilemma.
Oh, what the, wait, hold on a minute.
I'm guessing you heard back doors go or something, Tegan?
I saw them through the doors.
I heard him.
I have
Guys, appreciate
situational
it.
awareness.
Give me a couple days and you
boys.
can see.
That was a short.
Yeah, Matthew, that was actually kind of sad, bro. I'm sorry.
Kind of sad.
You should have gone right, and right. You have to find corners.
I was watching the friggin' front door.
I once outran Spears for
Thank
5
you.
minutes with a taser and
Get up!
tackling.
What I do, baby? Boo!
Do I want to know?
No.
There's
I
no one
like
else
you,
except
Vina.
for these two in radio.
So full
I
of
have
energy.
questions.
Alright. Was that
I'm
That-
sorry.
the
that's
last,
it.
or is there another last?
That is it.
Rizzo?
Thank you for coming, everyone.
Yo.
Congratulations.
Hmm?
Thank you.
Hmm.
Congratulations.
Thank you for coming up.
Thank you, congratulations.
Don't worry about it.
Thanks, Rizzo.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you in a reverse cut.
I technically, I